Change of pace.
Welcome to the Change of Pace podcast. This is Rohan, and today I'm joined by Shai. In this episode, we're going to be taking you through our way too early NBA award predictions. We're going to give you the basic ones like MVP, Defense Player of the Year, Coach of the Year. But we're also going to give you a few that we came up with. I'll give you a few examples like the meme of like the Bugatti meme Player of the Year, surprise teams, the dynasty starts after you player, and a few other really interesting ones that we all came up with. So before we get started, let's go over a few NBA topics that have been covered in the news last like week. Chris Paul, I think, was the most surprising one out of nowhere. Like at midnight, news broke that the Clippers just waived him. And they told him to fly back. I forget where they were. Were they in Utah or they were like in the East Coast
Atlanta.
somewhere? Atlanta. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were in Atlanta. I think they lost too.
No, they won that
And
game actually.
oh, really? Oh,
Yeah.
that's odd. Okay. I don't know why I thought they lost. Yeah, but they send him the news. They didn't even tell. I think the players were shocked. But yeah, Chris Paul just got sent home when they were in the middle of the road trip. And this is, as we know, Chris Paul's last season in the NBA. We thought it would be nice that he's ending it on the Clippers because he's been like basically like the best player for them in their franchise history outside of Bob McAdoo. So it's really disappointing as an NBA fan to see a legend be treated this way. And he said he's ready. Like there was a report that came out. I think Chris Haynes said that Chris Paul remains ready. So if a team does pick him up, he can finish out his last season. Sai, any thoughts? He wanted to be a Thunder, played in
Yeah.
OKC twice, I guess. Like, I don't know, for the lockout or for the
The
relocation there. And
Hornets.
then
Yeah.
obviously, yeah.
So definitely an OKC legend. I just
Mhm.
think this shows kind of like the how bad the Clippers organization is at this point.
Yeah.
Obviously they're spiraling. I think their record is like 6-13 or something like that, pretty atrocious.
Yeah.
And it seems like Chris Paul's the only guy in the locker room kind of with like urgency and trying to give players accountability. I was watching a video recently by Daniel Lee that was pretty
The 6 and
interesting.
18. Oh my, or
6 and
6,
18, my bad.
wow. Okay, yeah.
Yeah. And he was basically showing clips about how Kawhi just was not engaged on defense. And when Chris Paul was trying to take, accountability, trying to show him what to do, that was kind of creating shifts in the locker room and the coaching staff. Like Jeff Van Gundy was like, "That's not your job.
Yeah.
Don't, it's our job to maintain the defense. Like you do what you do out there." And it feels like even though Chris Paul wasn't having a good year, obviously he's 40 years old, but he is the franchise GOAT. Like I think that's pretty indisputable.
Bob McAdoo, bro. He has an MVP too. Like, come on, don't
Sure, with
disrespect the San
but the
Diego
playoff
Clippers,
space,
Buffalo Brave
the
legend. Yeah,
the
no, I'm
playoff
kidding.
success,
Okay.
like they've never done anything until Chris Paul really got there.
Yeah. They continued
And
to do nothing after he got
yeah,
there, but sure. Yeah,
I mean
yeah,
they made the
that's
conference finals without him, I guess, but that's
yeah, without it, that's
yeah,
dynasty starts after you.
I guess so.
No, but he
But
like obviously, yeah, sorry, go ahead.
yeah, it's like they're giving this dude a chance for a farewell tour and they're giving up on like it's pretty it looks terrible. You're
Hmm.
really disappointing your fans because that's one of the reasons like as social media wise that's kind of like what you were advertising about this year is like
Yeah.
we got the old crew back but we also got Chris Paul and we're gonna win for him like that's one of the reasons we're gonna and his last game in the NBA will be a home game. Like there's a lot of things advertised for Chris Paul and I understand why Clippers fans are so frustrated. Like obviously they suck, but they're also like getting rid of any fan service at the same time.
Yeah.
So obviously, like I feel like there's got to be some point of accountability. Like Chris Paul can't be the reason you guys are losing these games. He barely plays.
No. Yeah.
Um, he was off the bench a lot of these, or
A
like
lot
played
going
like 10
on
minutes.
for the
But
Clippers this year, dude. There's like
exactly.
three
Like it
different
feels like
things.
Ty Lue has like, he has like some real co security, job security, which makes no sense in my opinion, considering
Yeah. That they've been
how bad
disappointing.
they've been. Lawrence
Six.
Frank is like here getting extension talks, yet they
Yeah.
suck. So I'm just really confused about what's going on within the Clippers. As a Thunder fan, I'm kind of relishing in it
Excited. Yeah.
because we do get their pick. And I think right now it's like a 13% chance at the number one pick, which
That's
is kind of
so
wild.
insane, bro. Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
but
when I said there's a lot going on, yeah, obviously Tyronn Lue still, yeah, this would be a time. Like if Steve Kerr was 6 and 18 with the current team we have, he probably has the most secure job in the world, and still, like, there would be talks about him getting fired. But no, when I said there's a lot going on, like they had the Kawhi scandal, they have the Tyronn Lue somewhat being involved in this Chauncey Billups poker ring or
yep,
whatever gambling ring, and now they have this. The team is ass, and
yeah,
Chris Paul. Like, there's a lot going on. I think they're frustrated. And I know you're a little higher on Chris Paul than I am as a person. I know, like, I'll always support him as a 1 year Warrior, but he also is like not the greatest locker room. Like he at times can butt heads with people in the locker room. Apparently,
Mhm.
Harden didn't want Chris Paul on the team.
I saw that, yeah.
That's remember that's what I said. The when Chris Paul left the Rockets, it wasn't on good terms. And then it seems like
I mean, I
again,
think Chris Paul wanted a trade, which is like fine. Um,
but he wanted to trade like because I think because they like I think Harden and Chris Paul ended up butting heads in the second year in Houston.
Maybe.
That's why. Like I swear there were reports about them having, which is weird that they came back on the same team. But yeah, I don't know. I think I could see people getting upset, but they have to think about it from like a visibility standpoint. Like from the fans' perspective, you're like, yeah, letting go of a legend in his last year. It seems unnecessary, and your team is ass, and it's not even because of him.
Yeah.
So Clippers
And it's
are,
like
yeah,
the fact that like defensive urgency, accountability, like these are real problems,
basic things.
energy
Yeah,
levels, like these are bigger the biggest problems the Clippers have. They just don't look like an NBA team trying to win
yeah,
for most of these games. That's something Chris Paul is trying to address, right? Like even though I agree he butts heads, but he's been proven to be a winner. Like the way
yeah,
he engages his teammates and try to like assert, like that's what he does. When you sign Chris Paul, you understand that that's what's happening.
yeah,
So I mean, to just like let him go and be like, we don't want you around the team anymore is kind of
yeah,
crazy in my opinion, especially when he joined you guys because, his family is in LA. Like there's just a lot of connections to the Clippers. It feels like a betrayal.
yeah.
And like if I was Chris Paul, I wouldn't want my like jersey retired there. Like it's like a real
Wow, yeah, that's true.
like he could have a statue for the Intuit Dome and they probably wouldn't like he probably wouldn't have on it anymore. Like you're really breaking these ties with the Clippers
That's a
that
great point.
could take years to mend and it's pretty terrible.
That's a really good point. I don't think anyone's talking enough about that either.
Yeah.
And I think Steve Ballmer, his history as an owner now,
Hmm.
is
Like
big question mark.
we
Blake
saw
Griffin was
Blake
a big thing
Griffin,
too.
DeAndre
Yep.
Jordan, like
Yep.
they were on an Instagram call or FaceTime, just like shitting on the Clippers probably because
Hmm.
like who could blame them? They've all had terrible experiences with that team, with that organization and team.
Yeah.
And even though they're in a big market like LA, like I feel like players are starting to see like how bad they treat their other players. Like it's a bad look on them as well.
Yeah, and they already like yeah, Kawhi made a big deal like being that first big free agent going to the Clippers, but I don't
Hmm.
really see yeah, I don't know people will follow in that footsteps. Anyway, let's continue. Giannis, we know, has apparently he requested a trade behind the scenes earlier this season. The Bucks are now like something like 10 and 15. I think they've
Yep.
fallen out of the playoffs. And Giannis is going to be out for a while, I think, with a calf strain,
Hmm.
until next year. Like at least like I think they said 4 to 6 weeks or something like that. So yeah, what do you make of this? What team do you see Giannis going to? I think with crazy part is I see a lot of people talking about this, and I agree. Like if the Thunder want Giannis and Giannis wants the Thunder, it will happen.
Yeah,
Spurs are another team interested in him. They're willing to go all in. The reports have come out. They probably have a pretty decent package. I'm
for
assuming they'd
sure.
have to give up De'Aaron Fox in that. Um, and that's not a problem because they also have Dylan Harper. Or if I'm the Bucks, I'm asking for Dylan Harper.
Yeah,
But I don't know
for
if you're
sure.
doing that. I don't know if they have enough leverage for that to happen. And then of course the Knicks, who Giannis originally wanted to go to, they have direct flights to Greece, and his family is living in Greece right now.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's
Yeah,
also weird, right? Like
from what I
Giannis and Jokic has
understand
kids. Yeah,
is the Bucks and Giannis like they were, in trade talks and then towards the end of the season, Giannis was like, "Okay, I'm gonna stay with you guys, see how this year goes and kind of make another decision in the summer."
yeah,
Then, he gets injured. They don't win a single game. He comes back and they still don't win. Then he gets hurt again. And
yeah.
right before he did get hurt, he deleted all his Twitter posts, his Instagram posts, basically
The
seemed like
Bucks,
a
yeah.
cryptic message where he was
It's
cutting
so
his ties
annoying.
with the Bucks.
Yeah,
In my opinion, it could be
no,
anything,
it is.
but
That's exactly what it is. Yeah,
um, but yeah, I mean, it seems like it's headed in that direction. It's really unfortunate that Giannis did get injured. It looked worse. Hopefully, I mean, it's a calf strain, not an Achilles tear, which it could have been
yeah. Knock on wood.
after seeing
Yeah,
all those Achilles tears in the playoffs. But
yeah,
it really seemed like this Dame experiment really, ended the Giannis experiment or run in Milwaukee, sadly. Like you said, OKC, I don't think that's going to happen just because the Thunder, they're 21, 22 and 1.
why? Yeah, why keep the
Why
Suns?
ruin that? Especially like change your timeline with the trade. You're probably gonna have to trade. Maybe you don't have to trade the younger guys because you have so many picks, but like J-Dub or
Yeah,
Chet, but
yeah. You have to make
and you still
contracts
probably
work
have a
though.
great are
Yeah.
yeah, but it's like you're so in the second apron.
Yeah.
I think this team is one that likes their flexibility. And
No,
obviously we don't
agree.
have the richest owner in the league.
Yeah.
That might change soon. I've heard there are rumors of the Thunder getting bought soon,
Oh,
sold soon, but
yeah.
I would say the Spurs are a big contender. And the only reason I could see OKC going for it is because Wemby and Giannis is terrifying. Like
Yeah.
you want to get ahead of that, might as well get Giannis so Wemby and
Yeah.
Giannis can't team up. Another team, the Rockets are interesting. They have the assets to see it. I don't think that's going to work as well because they'll probably have to give up a guy like Amin Thompson. Like
Yeah.
Giannis is obviously a super valuable asset in the NBA. In the other side of the West, like it really feels there aren't a ton of teams other than those two.
Yeah.
Maybe the Warriors I've seen, but I
Nah.
don't think they
We
have
don't have
enough.
enough assets. No.
Um,
Yeah.
Maybe the Mavs giving up AD and like
Can the
trying to
Timberwolves
get
give
a
up
third
some
row.
like big package for? Well, we can get into that later because I have a I have something to talk about with the Timberwolves in my list. But
Mm.
I feel like the Wolves could be an interesting one because this whole experiment with Randall and Ant, I don't think it's going anywhere
Yeah,
long
I mean
term.
it's
So
two like a conference final is like as much as it seems like it's going to get to in my opinion as well.
yeah,
I think a Hawks trade would be really interesting. They have, the Pelicans pick this year. They
yeah,
have some more picks upcoming, and they have their own picks. Trey Young is obviously seems like he's kind of on the outs
yeah,
with the success the Hawks have been having. Like obviously they haven't been elite. They're 5-5 in their last 10 games, but they've shown that they're more than a competent franchise and
yeah,
a great defense with Trey Young off the court. Another team, maybe the Magic, with the how disappointing Paulo's been,
yeah.
and how
Do you
kind
do
of
that
all in
though?
you're in with Desmond Bane. I
I
think
don't
it's something
know.
to consider. And Paulo's probably the best guy who might be available for a Giannis trade. So, like,
Yeah,
if you're the Bucks, you definitely have to consider that. What do you think? Those are kind of the guys,
yeah,
teams
I
I've seen
agree.
for the most part.
No, I think. Yeah, I don't really have much to add to that. I think all the teams you brought up make sense. I don't know if I would do. I don't think Mavs really like. I don't know why the Bucks would do that. I don't know why you even want AD on that team
Yeah,
right now. Yeah, I think I've seen Hawks. I saw that. I think Bill Simmons was talking about it, right?
yeah,
Trading Trey for AD, which is I mean for Giannis, which is crazy because I feel like there's been Giannis to the Hawks rumors before, and it was to pair him up with Trey Young. But given how pretty solid the Hawks look without Trey, it's interesting we're having these conversations. But yeah,
right.
no, I think Spurs. I don't think Rockets. I don't think they're gonna give up on man.
Mhm.
I think KD's old anyway. I think it's a huge risk for you to take on another like guy in on the second half of his career who
We should
relies
probably
heavily on
also mention the
athleticism.
Knicks. Sorry, I didn't.
Knicks we talked about in the early. Like that
Yeah,
was like the first thing. Like we know that Giannis was talking about going to the Knicks. He
yep,
wanted to go there. But
yep.
that also, I'm assuming you're giving up Cat in that
Definitely. Cat
trade,
and
right?
maybe OG. Like that's a
Cat
big
and OG
offer.
is tough.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Like
Uh,
I don't know how I would like Jalen Brunson and Giannis to like if yeah, I don't know. He's super ball dominant, just another Dame thing to me. And you're losing a huge piece in OG, who's literally like arguably their second best player at times
yeah, I
on
mean,
the
I don't
Knicks.
disagree, but at the same time, I feel like it's more the Bucks who might refuse that trade because what are you like you already have Miles Turner
Yeah.
and
And what's the point of getting
yeah,
like
what is the point
assets
of
who are not
getting
going to win enough games, but
exactly.
also not lose enough games? It's just
Yeah,
useless. You just want picks. So that's why like or young people like the Spurs can give them. So yeah.
right.
Okay. Let's do one quick shout outs to Katie for becoming, I think, the eighth player in NBA history to reach 31,000 points, top five scorer of all time, maybe top three, elite. And then Harden for becoming joining the top 10 scoring list. So congratulations to James Harden and Kevin Durant. Let's move on to the meat of our podcast today. We're gonna give you our award predictions. Let's just get right into it, Sai. MVP, you want to give me your top three?
Yeah, I'll start with number three, Luka Doncic.
Yeah,
Pretty been pretty elite. He's missed a couple games, which I think hurts his candidacy, and turnovers and efficiency just hasn't matched the top two guys.
yeah,
Jokic is my number two. I think he's slowed down, especially the Nuggets have slowed down as of late. He probably would have been my number one 2 weeks ago,
maybe.
for sure.
Yeah.
But I think they've slowed down and have dropped to the 5 seed or 4 seed
I
lately.
think they're three. I think they're three still.
Oh,
I
okay.
think, yeah,
After
they're
the
16 and
Rockets
6.
lost yesterday, yeah.
Yes. Yeah,
Um, and then number one, I have Shai. I think he's had one of the best guard seasons in the history of the NBA.
easily.
And obviously the Thunder are 22-1, with an elite offense better than last year even. And obviously the defense is unquestionable. So I think it's hard to put SGA not number one personally, but
Yep.
I definitely get the case. So
Yeah.
I think this top three is pretty solid in my opinion.
Yeah, I think Thunder are just stupid, outscoring teams
Hmm.
like 15 points a game.
Yeah.
Shea is averaging 33, 5, and 6,
Hmm.
shooting 55% from the field and 44 from three. Just absurd numbers. I'm just looking at these top. I have the same top three as you in the same order.
Yeah.
Just looking at these guys, it's like stupid. I'm
Yeah.
scared of what the stats will be like in another 10 years from now, like
Yeah.
how inflated they're gonna be. Like
Right.
Jokic, I mean, we read just SGA stats are great. Like Jokic's stats 29, 12, and
Insane.
11, 61 from
70.
the field and 41 from
It's like
three.
72% true shooting. That's
That's
like
so
number one in the
ridiculous.
NBA. It's nuts.
It's like dumb, bro. His defense has fallen off a fucking cliff though,
It's been
but that's
bad though.
fine. That's
Yeah.
yeah, like terrible. And then Luca, like yeah, casual 35, 9, 9. His three-point shooting doesn't seem like it feels like that one year was an anomaly.
It
23,
does seem like
24.
that.
We're
Yeah.
on like the second highest attempts
I
per game. He
wonder
was
what his
shooting like
like first quarter
39%.
three-point shooting is compared because he's so good in the first quarter shooting
He's
from
it's
three.
tired, I guess. Yeah, it would make sense
Yeah, it
why his
must
shots are
be.
not the same. Um, so yeah, I don't really have much to add. I don't think either of us have much. Like everyone knows, I think SGA is by far the favorite
Hmm.
to win this award. I want to give a shout out to Cade Cunningham, 19-5 Pistons. Like they
Yeah.
have the second best record in the NBA. And I mean, yeah, we say 22-1. Cade and the Pistons are only like a few games behind them, like
Yeah, they're
which
the
is
second,
also
which
pretty
is
crazy.
wild. Yeah.
Exactly, right?
Yeah.
28, 6, and 9. His efficiency is never great. But to be fair, he's like the number one offensive option on a team. Like no one really like Jalen Duren's the second offensive option, right? So it's pretty
Hmm.
impressive what he's doing with practically the same team as last year.
Yeah.
So, and I was really low on the Pistons. I thought like Duncan Robinson, Malik Beasley had like an amazing year last year. It was hard to copy that. But yeah, Karis LeVert, Duncan Robinson, all these guys. And then Jalen Duren's rise have been great for the Pistons. So shout out to Cade. And then, but yeah, I think Shea is easily the number one thing, like best guard season since 2016 Steph. A lot of 2016 Steph comparisons. He's gonna probably sit out more fourth quarters if he hasn't already than
Yeah,
Steph did.
he's sit out 50% of his fourth quarters, like 11 out
Crazy.
of 22 games, which is
Well, you
nuts.
know who made him play the fourth? Pat motherfucking Spencer, bro.
Facts,
That
facts.
was a win in itself. When I saw Shea had just walk up, I was like, that's a win. We take those. But yeah, shout out to Thunder. I don't know what else to say about them. Everything else has been said, but you want to move on to defense player of the year?
Let's do it.
Okay, I
This
can
one
give
I'm
it.
curious.
Oh,
I
you want
want
to
to
give
let
yours
you go
first?
first.
Yeah,
Yeah, go
sure.
because I'm curious what you
This
have.
one was hard for me because I feel like number one is very easy, and then the honorable mention is
Really?
very easy. Well,
Okay.
yeah, I feel like Chet is easily the number one for defense player of the
I
year.
did
Is
not.
he?
I don't have Chet number one. Okay.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I have. I mean, Thunder are the best defense in the league. He has 102.5 defensive rating on the court. Not much else to be said. I mean, they held AD to 2 points yesterday. I know it's the Thunder's defense as a whole,
Yeah.
but I think Chet, like the rim defense, is like the most important in the NBA. So yeah, I had Chet number one. Do you want to give your number one, or do you want me to give my two and three as well?
Go give your two and three. I want to see.
I have Bam and Mobley as my two and
Okay.
three. So I have Bam, 108 defensive rating, top five defense. The Heat. I think the Heat slipped a little bit in terms of just like record,
Yeah.
since their hot start, but still impressive. 14 and 10 with a
Hmm.
team with no like real like number one option offensively. Tyler Hero missed a lot of time to start. They're still really good. And like if Bam's not there, that team is garbage. Yeah, I think that's a big part of it.
Hmm.
Um, and it was hard for me to figure out a three. I know that I looked at the Rockets to find someone on the team. I don't know that I don't know that I would put anyone on the Rockets on this top three. Maybe I'm in, but I had Mobley just because like I don't know, he's continuing. Defensively, he hasn't been much worse. I know offensively slipped a little bit, 18 and 8, but yeah, defensively, I think the Cavs are like ninth in the NBA on defense.
Yeah.
Their defensive rating gets better by 3 points per 100 when he's on the court, three stocks a game. And then Wemby, I have as my honorable mention. Like, I don't think he's gonna play enough games. That's why obviously
Right.
he'll be number
Yeah.
one, not a
Of course.
question. But
Yeah.
105 defensive rating, five stocks a game, fucking scary. Yeah. Who do you
It,
have number one?
Yeah, so I do want to start. I think OKC's defense is the best by far. Number one, their defense rating is 104.2, and the second is
Yeah.
110.7. That same difference is basically number two to number 24 in the
Wow.
NBA,
Oh
which
my
is
God.
nuts. So
Yeah.
because of that, I kind of gave two DPOY candidates to the Thunder. because
Yeah.
I know it's obviously a team thing. Number three, I didn't share any of the candidates with you, which is kind of crazy.
Wow.
Um, Number three, I had Scotty Barnes. I think
Oh,
he's had
okay.
a really good defensive season. Definitely like a all defense first team kind of guy. The Raptors have been a top seven defense in the NBA, and with Scotty on the court, they've been really impressive. He's just like a Swiss Army knife, very similar to that Giannis DPOY season when
Yeah.
I watched some of the Scotty film. Like he's kind of everywhere all at once. And he's able to make a lot of plays on the ball. His stocks have been really impressive as well.
Yeah.
Number two, I had Isaiah Hartenstein. I think he's
Okay.
actually been better than Chet defensively
Really?
when I've seen
Okay.
him. Chet's blocks have been down, his rim to turns has been
Yeah.
down, and that's because iHeart's been the center for a lot of these games.
Yeah.
Um, and as a result, like they've been pretty great at the rim, and especially the rebounding. I think Isaiah Hartenstein's been a huge impact there. Defensively, if you look a lot of the advanced metrics, like Isaiah Hartenstein's been higher than Chet, and
Really?
there's a
Okay.
reason. Like when you look at like B-ball references MVP tracker,
Yeah.
iHeart's like there because of
He
his
is. Yeah.
defensive impact. So
Yeah.
that's why I've had him. I have Chet like number four probably,
Okay.
something like that. And then number one, he was defensive player of the month for the West. I have Casey Wallace. Number
Okay. Wow.
Number three in deflections, number one in steals. He's been guarding the best player on the Thunder pretty much every night with Lou Dort and Caruso missing a lot of time.
Yeah.
And perimeter defense is the name of the game for the Thunder. I thought for the Thunder last year, Lou Dort had the best case, and I'm giving it similar case in Wallace
Crazy.
this
Okay.
year.
Wow. Interesting. Dude, I wanted to make sure I wasn't going insane. I looked up just to be safe the betting
Yeah.
odds. Chet is still number one
Yeah, he
for
is. I
betting.
mean, I just don't think he's been as good as advertised so far this year.
Yeah. It's saying Chet number one, Mobley number two, Wemby number three, Amen number four, Bam number five, Scotty number six.
Mhm.
And then they have Draymond, Dyson Daniels, Asar Thompson, and then Rudy.
It's very,
Gobert.
we know it's very like
Big man.
guard, yeah, big man
Mhm.
oriented, like
Yeah.
rim protector oriented. I think
Yeah, it's just
Draymond
hard to
definitely
give it to
deserves
him.
some love too.
I think Draymond, we're top five. I did not realize we were third in defense, or like top five, third, right? In defense?
I think it depends on the books, but yeah.
No, no, not in
Oh
the
yeah, no,
books.
the
The
Warriors are
defensive
number
rating.
three. They're number three.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
I did not realize that until yesterday. I was looking. I was like, what the fuck? Yeah. Good for shout out to Draymond. I mean, I think it's a collective thing, but actually our team outside of Draymond looks like shit. Like when he's off the court, we look like
yeah,
dog shit defensively. Yeah. Let's move on. Do you have any honorable mentions you want to add? I had Wemby. I think you also Wemby
yeah.
chat, I
Wemby,
guess.
Chet,
Yeah.
Bam. I just think he missed a couple games. Like he's
Yeah.
only 18 games played, but pretty
But
good.
I think the Heat being top five in defense is pretty like looking at their
Yeah,
roster. I mean, look up and down. They're not. They have like Andrew Wiggins and Bam. Khalil
yeah.
Ware is
They've
like,
always been a scheme thing. So I feel like I've always
yeah,
like kind of given Spoelstra
sure.
the benefit there, or like the coaching staff. But yeah, definitely he's been very good as well.
Yeah.
He's been probably number four for me.
At that point, wouldn't you give Mark a lot of the credit too? Because I know they have good
Yeah.
defensive pieces, but I even see Isaiah Joe playing good defense at times in
Yeah, I
your
just think
system.
the steals, I think Casey Wallace has been like he's been basically given he has like parts of the Dyson Daniels case last year with the Lou
Yeah.
Dort case. That's
Mm,
why I'm kind of giving it to
that's
him.
fair. Yeah. Okay. You want to do coach next or like I don't know what order you went
Yeah,
in.
I'm
What
down
do you
for
want to
coach.
coach? Okay, let's do it. I have Mark Dagnall as my coach of the year. No fucking
Okay.
shit. 22 and 1. But I have JB Bickerstaff and Darko Rajakovic as my 2 and 3. So I don't know what you want like we already talked enough about the Pistons, 19 and 5. Gonna win like I mean they had a crazy jump last year, another crazy jump this year.
Yeah.
Darko, we like both of us are pretty mediocre. I was very slightly higher than you on the Raptors coming into this year. I thought they could make it work. And they actually have done much more than that. Elite defense, which we were also like questioning because they were playing a bunch of bums to close the year last year. Um, but then their offense also seems to work. So he's somehow figured out a way to make all these guys decent like playmakers. And yeah, I shout out to him. Who do you have in your top three?
Yeah, like I said, I gave Eric Spoelstra a lot of credit, so he's my number one. I
Wow.
think
Real, they're like an
the
eight
Miami,
seed.
I agree, but it's all like bunched up. Their net rating's
Yeah.
really good. They're top 10 in that, and I feel like they've been a great team whenever I watch them. They've had their moments,
Yeah.
like last night they lost to the Kings by like
By a
30.
lot. Zach LaVine was going
Yeah,
crazy. That's not like you
yeah.
can't do anything about that. Yeah.
But their offensive scheme, of course, we've heard a lot about it. It's just to initiate a whole new offense like that
Yeah.
and have it be somewhat effective, I think is pretty impressive.
It seems gimmicky,
They,
bro. Like they're not doing that shit
yeah.
next year. I promise you.
I
It's
don't think
not
they're
for
gonna
them.
do it in the playoffs or anything like that, but for
Yeah.
regular season, and the fact they've missed Hero for most of it and they've still been this
It's
good, I
impressive.
think is a big, impact, and then their defense obviously top five. Number two, I have Jordan Ott, like another team that
Okay,
hasn't done
that's a
exceptional,
good
but
one. Yeah.
um, number 12 in number 12 net rating, but like they've just been way better than I've expected. Number 12
Yeah.
defense, number 13 offense. I just thought this would be like one of the worst defense in the league, one of the
Yeah.
worst offenses, or like a mediocre offense, and they've been way better than that. I feel like I see a lot of energy and effort. They made a lot of comebacks. They put a lot of guys out there on the floor who I don't know, but they make impact every time I see them. Like Jay Bouye, like no guy I haven't
Their
seen before this
schedule
year.
has been pretty soft though, no?
I haven't seen that,
I
honestly.
swear they have like their wins have been against pretty. I know the Lakers win is huge, but I feel like they've had a pretty softball schedule so far.
That might be true, honestly. But I feel like
They,
I've seen them play some good games at least.
I mean, again,
Had
that
run into a
one
recent
game,
stretch with Booker out of the year, but
yeah, they've been playing.
yeah, I think you might be right.
Yeah, Grizzlies, Jazz again, Spurs, they won against Warriors, lost, Clippers again, Pelicans, Mavs, Pacers, Hawks, Blazers, Wolves, Spurs, Rockets, Kings, Thunder, they lost to, Nuggets, they lost to, Rockets, they lost to,
Pretty
beat
valid.
the Lake. It's a
I
pretty
think
easy schedule. But
Yeah,
yeah,
I
I
think
mean,
their
they
most
super
impressive
impressive
wins
though.
were definitely the Lakers and the Spurs
100%.
win. I remember when they
Yeah,
dominated
yeah.
Wemby
Yeah, they
defensively.
won by like 12. Yeah. That was a really good win.
And then
Um,
third, I had Darko Rajakovic.
okay.
I've been pretty impressed by the Raptors as well.
Yeah.
Their defense great, and then the offense has been really exceptional for what I
Bro, no
expected.
JB Love is surprising. Like I know, like
Yeah, I
he's the
think
first seed, and they're 19-5.
no, you might be right. I think he would probably be number five for me. I think Mark would probably be number four. Um,
Wow, you're gonna put that's crazy.
you have Mark
That
first.
I know you're putting Mark
Yeah,
4. That's a crazy. Okay,
yeah.
I don't know why
Well,
I
it's I
did
also
like
think the softball schedule is a thing, and also like
the Thunder have had an easy schedule. Yeah,
yeah,
but no, but like these guys are gonna win like another like 68 or so game.
probably
But as
yeah,
of right now, like 22 and like you have like a 95% win percentage. So
yeah.
that I'm taking into account. But also
That's
like
fair. No,
I mean, Jordan, not huge shout out to him and like Eric Spoelstra, but they're like, there's teams every year that are like, we can't, there's always going to be one. Like each year, there's one team where the coach will be in top five in coach of the year because they were like better than expected, but still average. Like the Suns and the Heat are still going to end up being bottom half of the playoff teams at
probably.
best.
Yeah,
Okay. Like they're going to be between a 5 and a 10 seed somewhere. So, like
I could
you
see
first of all,
Miami being higher than that. Honestly, I'm pretty impressed by them.
I think Cavs are gonna figure something out. I
Yeah,
think
you
the
might be
Cavs
right.
ceiling is
Yeah,
way higher. I
that's
think
fair.
the one seed is the Pistons, Knicks. I think Magic also will probably end up being that's like closer to me, but I think they can also be. And I think the Sixers, if Embiid can be healthy, can figure. I don't know.
I don't know about that.
That's a question
We'll
mark
see.
for sure.
Yeah,
Um, I don't know. Maybe, yeah, maybe. Like they could be like five. Um, yeah. But I think you can like to me, like there's only gonna be one. Like there can't be a Jordan Knott and Eric Spoelstra on
okay,
these
fair. Yeah, yeah,
type things, you know? Like Jamie Bickerstaff last year, I think. What seed were the Pistons? They're like 6 seed. That's
I
fair,
think
right?
so.
Because they had
Yeah,
like a 30 game jump. They
yeah,
still only had a 44, they only had 44 wins or something. But
right.
like that's like a quote unquote mediocre team, but like an incredible jump. To me, I think the Suns is a super valid one. I think the Suns have a better case than the Heat do. Because I
Okay.
think the Heat are consistently getting to the like where they are right now. I think the new scheme is very cool. Like it's like especially early on, it was interesting to see it, and it feels like
Yeah,
he's unlocked something out of Jaime.
yeah.
But I think the Heat are like didn't we? I expected them to be around
I
42
didn't.
wins.
That's the thing.
Okay, okay, okay.
I was pretty down on them. Like I thought they would be like 9 or 10 and obviously they're a 7 seed, but they're way more competitive in an East like this to me. Like I think
Oh
they're
yeah, sure.
like a 7 game series for a lot of these bigger, higher playoff teams than I would have
Because I
expected.
don't think the ceiling for a lot of these teams is that high. Like I don't
Yeah, for
think the
sure.
Pistons
But I
are
think
in
the
the West are
Pistons,
going past the second round.
right.
I don't like, and then what the Cavs look like shit right now.
Yeah,
The
exactly.
Knicks also, I don't think they're that good.
Yeah,
And then like the Raptors, again, very similar to the Heat. I think the Raptors could be a little better than the Heat, but
yeah,
they're all in the same tier. Like if you're
right.
in the East, it's so free.
Celtics even,
Like
like they're nice.
Celtics are, we have to talk about that, but yeah, Celtics have been very impressive. Okay, cool. This is a good conversation. Can you give me your rookie of the year top three?
Yeah. I think this is or the first I have three white guys. Con Knipple,
Get really
Cooper
easy.
Flag, and then Ryan Cockburner is my third.
Oh, okay. Nice. Okay. I actually didn't fill in a third for some reason. That's my bad. I only filled in the top two white guys. My number one is actually Cooper Flag, but
Okay.
not defensively is one thing, but I'm more thinking, I guess, like for the next 50 games, it feels like he's figured something out with an actual point guard on his team and Ryan
Is
Nemhard.
that what you were going for? Because are you saying, because
No,
for
I
me, it's been
don't.
the quarter into the season.
I know,
Yeah.
and I know I contradict myself with the Thunder thing, but like from what I've seen in the last few games, I think Cooper, like at his best, looks
Right.
better than Khan
No, I
does.
agree. Yeah.
Um, but yeah, Khan has been amazing too. Like Khan is averaging like stupid numbers. 18, 5 and 3, 46, 41
Nuts.
splits. Cooper still can't
I
shoot
was
threes.
entertaining Coop, and then I just saw Con stats again. I'm
No,
like, I
it's
can't.
ridiculous.
It's
No,
nuts.
his
Yeah.
stats are really, really, really good.
He's the best
Um,
player on that team. I legitimately think so.
yeah,
Like,
I know LaMelo's been garbage.
right.
Um,
And if the Hornets and the Mavs have similar records, I don't think, I feel like it's fair to give Con the nod there.
Sure. Yeah, yeah. I think as of now, I have to think of a third. I know Cockbrenner has been incredible. I think Derrick Queen is another guy who deserves to be in that
Yeah.
conversation.
Jeremiah Fears, I was also thinking
And
about
then Cedric Coward is another
VJ,
guy.
Cedric
VJ has
Howard.
fallen off for sure though. Like
Yeah.
VJ has fallen off a decent amount. I think Cedric Coward I might have him over VJ right now. I think I don't know. This guy's like incredibly efficient for some reason. He
It's
started off the
nuts.
year like not even missing shots, but
Yeah.
now I think he's shooting like 40 from three and then like averaging
He
like
leads them in
13
blocks, all the
rest of the
rookies
game.
in blocks. So it
Wow.
was between him and Fears, but
Oh,
I
okay,
just
got
wanted
it.
to give a different type of player some love there because you always give the guys who average the most points,
Oh,
and then
never mind.
Fears
His
has been
shooting has
pretty,
come down a lot, but
yeah.
he's averaging
He's
13,
still
6 rebounds.
super efficient.
Yeah, yeah, 45 from the field. Like pretty decent numbers. Yeah, pretty very solid rookie class. I'm
Yeah.
pretty impressed. And then of course, like Dylan Harper's still working his way back from injury. He hasn't looked awesome. He's come back, but it's fine. He's a rookie. And
Hmm.
then Will Richard, shout out to Will Richard, bro. Hopefully it's pretty tough class. Maybe you can make all rookie second team. We'll see.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, he's been like Will Richard, like the numbers aren't gonna show it, but he just knows he's that guy. Like he knows what he's doing. And all
Okay.
these like big lineups the Warriors have played like with all these like third string guys. Will Richard has been a big part of them. Like Will Richard is playing in the lineups with the starters with like Steph and all, but he's
Hmm.
also in this like new lineup that doesn't feature any of Pods, Moody, Kuminga. He's still in those lineups, so he's just that good. Yeah,
Yeah, I
let's
think
shout out to
he
Richard.
definitely is a rookie, all rookie second team type of guy.
Yeah, yeah, he just knows how to play. He's a winner. Um, okay, yeah, that was pretty fast. I think like, do you think so? Okay, as of now, sure, Khan is having a better season than Cooper. Do you think
Yeah.
he ends up being rookie of the year, or do you think not ends up because obviously hype is around Cooper? Do you think he deserves rookie of the year 50 games down the line?
I think it's going to be a super competitive race.
Okay,
So I don't know if I will say that Cooper is like for sure going to win it because I think
yeah,
Khan's start is insane. I think he's going to
sure,
be like the all-time leader in rookie threes. So if he
yeah,
can keep this up, like 45% shooting, he's super solid everywhere on the court, like pretty efficient everywhere.
yeah.
I just think it's hard to like this is a super polished rookie in a way we never really see, and he's averaging 18 points per game. So that's
His
really
playmaking
impressive.
is good too. It's
Yeah.
like, yeah,
And then Cooper Flag obviously is going to have these high moments, but there are some moments where you're going to be like, he turns the ball over too much, kind of getting overwhelmed with physicality.
yeah,
And I think Khan is like just super steady. So I think overall, super close rookie race. I feel like Cooper just with the name notoriety, probably going to overtake Khan at some point. Like he's going to have these
yeah,
big performances where he goes out for like 40 points. And then
yeah,
you're going to be like, obviously rookie of the year. So
yeah.
I think it could definitely be Cooper's to lose at the end of the year, but I
Mhm.
think it'll be super close. Like one of those like Ben Simmons, Donovan Mitchell type of rookie camp. Like
That's
even
exactly
though they're
what
like
this
best
is,
friends,
to be
but
fair. Yeah, that's true. They're both white
yeah.
guys from Duke.
Yeah.
Yeah. Crazy. Both of them were on Duke.
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
Same team.
yeah. Yeah. Okay. Let's move on to what I think is the most interesting um
Really? Okay.
awards race. Really, you don't think it's interesting?
Oh wait, yeah. Sorry, I was thinking about a different race. Yeah, most improved for sure, right?
What did I miss? What's left
Well,
outside of
six man
MIP?
and
Oh shit,
clutch.
dude. I don't know why I didn't do six man. Oh my God.
Okay.
Okay, whatever. Let's go to most improved player.
Yeah.
So, what are your top three for most improved? I'm assuming
Yeah,
you have
I
the same
have
top
a
three.
I want to keep a consistent criteria of what I think most improved is.
Okay.
I love players who kind of come out of nowhere, have huge or way bigger roles than
Hmm.
anticipated, and surprise a lot of people.
Yeah.
But I don't think that's what my criteria for most improved is because I
Okay.
just think usage and role, like they dictate how much your player is going to improve.
Hmm.
And I feel like when you're a player who is in the same situation and just has shown growth, I feel like that's more impressive and more, it shows to me more improvement personally
Okay.
because it's harder to see like, okay, some guy gets a lot more minutes,
He's
double the
gonna put up
minutes and
more
double the
numbers. Yeah.
stats, right? Like it's just
Sure.
harder to see that. So for my most improved, I have Austin Reeves number one.
Okay.
Um, Number two, I have Jalen Duren, who has
Mhm.
been pretty exceptional in his role, kind of completely become a second option for the
Yeah.
Pistons. And then number three, I have Denny Avdia.
Okay, we have the same three. What you were talking
Really?
like you were
Okay.
gonna give some ridiculous.
No,
I
I
think
thought
these are
Ryan
the
Rollins, I thought would deserve some love. I
no.
thought Nikhil Alexander-Walker, like those two guys, I thought especially would be in
No,
there.
these I think those guys would be on the like top five maybe, but these are
Yeah,
like by far and away like ridiculous improvements. All of these guys are averaging nearly 10 points more per game
right.
than they were last year, and they're honestly playing not that different of a role
That's
than
what
they
I'm
were
saying.
last
That's what
year.
I'm
Yeah,
saying. Yeah,
they're
yeah,
just playing
yeah. Okay.
better basketball. I mean, we can look at
Right.
the numbers real quick. Yeah, Austin Reeves is averaging like 29. I think
It's
he's
insane.
averaging 40 points a game when what's it Luka's
Lucas
not
sitting out.
playing.
Yeah.
Then he Avdia, and then last year, Austin Reeves, to give it some context, Austin Reeves last year only averaged 20 a game, right?
Yeah.
He's shooting 52% from the field this year, 66% from two, and 37 from three. Career high. Actually, in his second year in the league, he shot a little bit better from. No, he didn't actually. No, this is a career high from two. Incredible.
Dude, he's shooting
Um,
70 like percent on drives. Like he's one of the most
it's
efficient
crazy. I don't
drivers
know
in
how he's
the
so good. He has
it's
that first step.
insane.
I don't know how he does it. And like
Yeah.
he just he plays very controlled. And then Jalen Duren, again, like this is the reason why the Pistons are so good. He's doing everything is the same in terms of like minutes, 3 more minutes a game. He's
Yeah.
shooting three and a half more times a game.
Hmm.
And 19 a game, 12 rebounds a game.
But
And
he's
then
getting to
yeah,
the line a lot more, like almost double, dude. Like
yeah,
7 free throw attempts a
yeah,
game. Last year was three.
yeah, three.
Like
That's
that's
crazy.
been the biggest impact in my opinion. He's way
Yeah,
more aggressive as a driver.
yeah.
He's a way better post scorer. Like he just rounded out his game to a legit. Like I wasn't always super high on him.
Hmm.
And now I'm sure the Pistons are regretting not signing him to an extension this year. But
Yeah.
he's like just been an exceptional. Like he's almost like Bam-esque to me now. Like
He
offensively,
has
it's
to get better
really impressive.
defensively. That's a big Isaiah
Yeah,
Stewart right now is their best yeah, big
rim
man
defense. Yeah, for
defender.
sure.
Yeah. But yeah, and Jalen Duren also shooting 75% from free throw line. So taking more and making more a game.
Yeah,
So yeah. And then Denny Avdia, again, like I know you've always been
beast.
high on him. Amazing. People are finally realizing. Yeah. 26, 7, and 6. What else can be said? Last year averaged 17, 7, and 6.
He's
He
the
always showed flashes of
He's
it,
like the
but
second best driver in the league, which is insane.
wow.
Like most when it comes to like how often he gets there, it's him and Shai
He
essentially.
gets to the line 10 times a
It's
game.
nuts.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like he obviously does have a superstar whistle in some sense because you'll see
It's
some of the
weird, bro.
fouls
Yeah,
he
I saw
gets,
it
but at
against
the
the
same
Warriors.
time, he just gets there all the time. He's always putting pressure on you as a defense, and
Yeah.
obviously, personal issues aside, he's an incredible player.
Personal issues aside. Yeah, facts.
Uh, so
Uh,
I think like he's an all-star, I think pretty easily this year right now.
no, no, 100%. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Should we move on
Well, what's your no
to
was that your same order?
yeah, no, oh, my
Wow, I was
order.
surprised.
No,
Okay.
no, no, no. My order was not the same. My order
Okay.
was wait, did you say Austin Reeves, Jalen Duren, Denny Avdia?
Yeah, that was my top one,
Oh,
two, three.
okay. That was my order as well.
Damn, okay.
Yeah. No, I thought it
Yeah.
was very obvious. Like, I mean, I
Really?
really
Okay.
didn't think, I didn't even think twice. I knew it was these three guys. I needed to look up the numbers. I was honestly gonna cop out and say that like they're all pretty similar. I mean, like, I don't know where to put one, two, and three because I think Denny and Austin Reeves are basically they're having the same, like statistically, they're having the exact same improvement. Jalen Duren's on a winning like crazy amount of games, so I have to
Yeah.
weigh that more too. So I
Right.
considered putting Jalen over Austin, just for that simple
Yeah.
fact. But no,
I
but
think
now Austin Reeves is like the
I want to
second
give
best player
Austin
in
some
there.
more love too. Like, yeah, again, second best player on the Lakers. He's going from sorry, where he's getting that like star to superstar leap. Like that's
Deadass, yeah.
pretty insane. It's kind of reminiscent of the Maxi leap. But
Yeah.
in this more similar situation, like then Maxi, like hard Embiid was out half the season. Like that's not even the case this year.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I absolutely. I think it's like no one thought the Lakers would be like I was very low on the Lakers without LeBron, right? And now we're seeing that they look better, they look as good with Bron as they do without him. So kind of crazy. Yeah. Anything else you want to add for most or yeah, for most improved?
No, I think that's good. Yeah,
All
again,
right.
wanted to give some shout outs to Ryan Rollins and Nikhil. It's just like with that in mind. That's why I thought it would be closer because I feel like Ryan Rollins is high in the odds. Let me check real quick.
Is
Like
he?
he's number four. So okay, I guess those three
Okay.
are the top three. I didn't even realize.
These are easily, yeah, like to me,
Yeah.
like it's very clearly the top three. My
Yeah.
next one is hard, bro. I have like four guys,
Hmm.
and I like two of them are sophomores. So I feel weird about having them because I don't love it. Like you expect sophomores to take a leap,
Yeah.
but um actually sorry, no, I don't know what I'm saying. Um these are my guys for six man of the year.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
These guys I have next, but let me just give you my top guys. So
Okay.
I'll give you I have Onyeka Okongwu, I have Jaime Jaquez, and then I have two more. I have both Reed Shepherd and AJ Mitchell.
Okay.
So do you have an order? I kind of just threw
Yeah.
out guys. I wasn't sure how to like what order to put them in.
Number one, I had Jaime Jaquez. Number two, I had AJ Mitchell. Number three, I had
Okay.
Quentin Grimes.
Oh, okay.
I was
Interesting.
Onyeka and Reed, I was kind of confused because they started so many games.
Mm,
So that's why those three, like they all were off the bench, I think at least 17 games. So that's kind of
okay.
where I went with that.
Oh, that's fair. Okay. Jeremy Grant's another guy I've seen thrown out there. He's
Yeah.
averaging
He's also
19.
been starting a lot of games, so another
Yeah.
guy I didn't
He
really like.
started 10 games out of the 22 they've played. So,
Yeah.
yeah. How would you so you had number one, you had Onyeka, not Onyeka. You had
Jaime.
what's his name? Jaime? Yeah,
Yeah.
I think that's fair.
I
16,
think
6,
it
and 5.
was, yeah, it was pretty much like he is the leading scorer off the bench. He's
Yeah.
improved his game. He's extremely efficient two-point scorer right now. And he's kind of like the idealized version of what you saw when you drafted him.
Yeah.
Like getting downhill, really good short mid-range shooter, like very similar to like a Jimmy Butler-esque player. I get those vibes from him. I love AJ Mitchell. Really good player. Isn't
He's
super
a
efficient
sophomore.
like compared to some maybe the other two.
The three-point shooting is great.
Yeah, it's
Right.
not
Yeah.
ideal. But he's like a great downhill scorer, super great touch and short roll. He's a great passer. Like him and J-Dub have been kind of our like great only good like pick and roll guys. Like Shai's not really like a dissect you out of pick and roll playmaker. He has those moments, but it's really J-Dub and AJ Mitchell. And when J-Dub was out for most of the year, it was only AJ Mitchell. And he's been pretty clear they are six man, which I did not see coming. I mean, obviously had a great summer league and everything, but did not expect him to just like get go be the six man for our team, which is really
Yeah.
impressive. I thought it'd be like Aaron Wiggins, and
Yeah.
it's
No.
AJ's kind of stolen his role.
You good?
Yeah, I accidentally pressed pause instead of mute.
Oh, okay. No, yeah. I think Reed Shepherd also should get some love just considering last season. And I know like he started a few games and he come off the bench some games based on injury. But yeah, what a season he's having. I mean, after looking like shit. I remember in the first game I was just laughing at his performance because he looked like a scared kid out there. Um, but yeah, last year he averaged like what, 6 a game, 4 a game. This
Yeah.
year, 13 a game, 48 from the field and 45 from three. So like the very prototypical six-man numbers. He's only started 4 out of the 21 games.
Yeah,
So he has come off the bench for 17 games. So and the Rockets are good. Like he's looking really, really solid for him. So I like it.
that's fair. Yeah. It's really weird. He shoots 71% from the line. That just feels
That is
way too
odd
low from a
for such
guy.
a good shooter. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I agree. He's kind of like this is what I expected from him for his rookie year. Like kind of because I was pretty high on him.
He was good in summer league too. Yeah.
Yeah, he was good in summer league. Like he is a very shifty player. Can shoot everywhere pretty much and knows how to get to his spots.
Yeah.
And as a defense, like he's not awful. Like he's very targetable. Like he's
Yeah.
has that Trey Young, but at the same time, he can become a playmaker. He's very aggressive on the ball. Like he'll go for steals. He's averaging 1.6 steals a game.
Mm.
Like he's a very good defensive playmaker. And I think like he's someone you kind of overlook as a defender, but he can make plays on you.
Yeah. No, 100%. Uh yeah.
Yeah.
Anything else you want to add to our six man of the year voting, or you can move
Yeah, I
on
wanted to
to
give Quentin Grimes a shout out. He's second
yeah,
off
yeah.
the bench point in bench points and he's had a great year. Like he's definitely had his moments. He closes a lot of the games for them because
Yeah.
of the Embiid like his minutes restriction, Paul George's minutes restriction, but I think Grimes has shown out in a lot of
He's
his
just
games.
really, really good. Yeah. I feel
Yeah.
like he had a slow start to the year, but
Hmm.
yeah, since then, yeah, he's looked really, really good. Very similar to your last year, honestly. Like, this is exactly what you expected him to do only off the
Yeah.
bench. So yeah, shout out to
Playing
Quentin
for
Grimes.
contract for sure.
Facts. Yeah. Yeah, I can't believe, yeah, it's weird they didn't. I guess he expected more money
Hmm.
um than what he yeah. Okay. Okay. Now we can move on to our or we'll do clutch word. I feel like it's Shea. I don't have anything else
Yeah.
to add. I have one guy. on my list.
Yeah, fair.
Um,
I had Shea. It's like that's the easiest award I think on here. Pretty
Very easy.
unanimous.
Yep.
Cade Cunningham, number two. They've been in a lot of close games. They always pull him out. Cade's a
Yeah.
big part of that. He's had some bad clutch moments, but
Do you have his clutch
overall,
numbers? I don't know his like
let me
if he's
pull him
actually
up.
good in the clutch.
He was definitely like when I was looking at the stats, I think he was second in points per game on the clutch.
Okay.
And I think I went chalk was like top three in clutch points per game.
Oh.
Let me make sure. Yeah, number one, Shea, 8.7 points per game in the clutch was absurd. He does
Wow.
average
Yeah.
5.3 minutes per in the clutch, and there's obviously
The
5 minutes in
entire
clutch because of
thing,
the
that much overtime they're playing.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Cade's number two in 5.3
Yeah.
points per game in the clutch, and he's shooting really well. Not great from three, but 53.3%. And then Maxi's number four, but they've won more games than number three, who's Ant.
Mm.
Ant's 5-3, and then Maxi's 9-6, and they played a lot of clutch games as well, 15
Yeah.
clutch games.
Yeah, it
So he
feels like
has a
Ant's
lot
been
of
good in the clutch this year.
yeah,
Yeah, but they're only 5-3. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, but I think Shay's like if he's run away with the award, we could stop
exactly.
the thing right now. Okay. All right. Let's start with the awards we came up with. We can start off. Do you have a Bugatti meme player or
Yes,
team
I
or
do.
player?
I
Who's
have
your player?
two. Do you wanna go first? Because I can just go with the second one. I'm
Yeah,
assuming you have
okay.
one.
Good. Yeah, I have Steph.
Oh, okay.
Oh, really? You don't have Steph on yours? Damn, I should have.
No.
Okay.
Okay.
Steph was like, I just did it because I'm a Warriors fan, but
Fair.
it feels like Steph has had one of his better years in the last like 3, 4 years. Regular season wise, he's averaging 27, shooting pretty efficiently.
Mhm.
He's had some huge games, and it just feels like the rest of the team looks like shit around him at times. I think Jimmy's been pretty solid, but outside of that, the main guys we want to take a leap, Pods, Kaminka, namely, haven't done that. And yeah, that's why I just like I think I think we're a better team than our what our record shows,
Yeah.
but it at times it does feel like it's just Steph and everyone else, and it has been that way like for years. It felt like the way for years. Yeah. Who do you have on
I
your
had
picks?
two guys, MPJ, who's had a great year on the Nets, like
Yeah.
25 points per game, basically, really efficient. Every time they win, it feels like it's because of his like great
Because of
shot
him,
making
yeah.
in a stretch.
Yeah.
And then also I had Lauri Markkanen, who's also been very
Oh yeah.
MPJ-esque,
Yeah.
averaging 20, nearly 28 points a game, super efficient, doesn't turn the ball over. Like
Yeah. Jeez.
1.2 turnovers a game is crazy for a guy who gets up 28 points a game. Um,
Wow.
but yeah, super
Yeah.
efficient. Great player. Both of
Yeah.
them on
Yeah, I was thinking of
pretty mediocre
even
teams.
yeah, like yeah, I guess when I was thinking this, I was thinking of like even better level of players, but I guess there's not that many with like that shitty teams around them. But yeah, those are like yeah, like Michael Jr. averaging like 26 a game on stupid
Mhm.
efficiency this year. And Laurie too, yeah. Those are really good picks. How about your surprise team or player?
Surprise team for me was the Suns. I thought they
Okay.
were going to be really bad, and they were not bad at all. Like I saw them against the
Mm-mm.
Thunder, really competitive game. Dylan
Yeah.
Brooks, legitimately like great second option, which is surprising.
Yeah.
I think Mark Williams has been great for them. Uh, they've had a lot of guys like Ryan Dunn. Even Devin Booker hasn't been like super impressive. He's
He
had some good
hasn't.
games, but it's like a Goodwin, Royce O'Neal. They have like a connect collection of just like defensive hounded guys who can shoot threes. And like these are players who, if you want to trade and blow up this team, you would get a lot of value out of them.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they're just
That's
really competitive and like interesting. And I think Jordan
Colin
Knox has done a
Gillespie,
great
bro.
job.
That's like the biggest
Colin
guy you got to
Gillespie,
give a shout out to.
for sure. My
He
bad.
is him. Yeah.
Huge.
Yeah, do you have anything else for your surprises?
For my surprise player, I had Ryan Rollins and Nikhil Alexander-Walker, two guys I didn't get the
Nice.
shout out for the
True.
most improved. I felt like these guys kind of more embodied the surprise player because they got an elevator role and just like made the most out of it. Like Nikhil,
Yeah.
he's averaging 20 points per game, looking very Shea-esque.
Yeah.
Obviously with that Trae Young, he's getting that starting job and he started for most of the year, but he's looked exceptional. Really like the second option next to Jalen Johnson on that team, which is just like I expected a good player, like a great role player. And I
Yeah.
think at this point you kind of have to start him. Um,
Who to kill?
yeah, over like their three, like whoever that ends up being,
What, Risa Shea, I guess.
Risa Shea or yeah,
That's it.
whoever.
They go
If you unless you
Trey,
go super
Dyson,
big with
Nikhil,
Onyeka,
Jalen. No, you go Trey, Dyson, Nikhil, Jalen Johnson, and then Onyeka or Kristaps. But
yeah. And
Kristaps
then
and Trey might just be gone. Like, I don't know.
exactly.
Yeah.
And then Ryan Rollins is my other surprise, who's
Yeah, that's
also
fair.
doubled his points per game. Very efficient, great defender.
Yeah.
Just like he at the beginning it seemed like he was part of the reason like he's saving the Bucks season, but now with Giannis out, it's kind of over.
Yeah.
Still a great player though.
Yeah. No. Shout out to Ryan Rollins, Warriors legend.
Hmm.
I want to give the Celtics some love for this. I think they're the 4 seed right now, 14 and 9. Again, the East is so close together. But I wanted to give a shout out to Celtics and Jaylen Brown specifically. I think a lot of us had doubts on Jaylen Brown being the number one option on the team. We thought that they might like flame out, and then Jaylen Brown just sits out the second half of the year. It could still happen,
Very
but
fair.
right now he's averaging 29, 6, and 5. Very efficient from the field. His three-point shooting has never been great, but he's shooting 35% from the field, very from three, respectable. Yeah,
I
shout
think
out to
they're
the
like top
Celtics.
five in net rating, dude. They're a really good team.
Really?
It's really
Well,
shocking how
hey,
good they are.
Raptors Celtics gonna be a good game.
Yeah.
It's happening right now. And then also quick shout out, Dylan Brooks, 22 a game. Who the fuck saw this coming? I did not see this coming.
Hmm.
Um, he's a big reason why the Suns are good. Not only defensively but offensively. He
Yeah.
looks really good. Like he's become a go-to scorer at times. Like in that Lakers game, that was insane.
Hmm.
And then Jalen Johnson also like two triple doubles in a row, was it? Or two in the last 3 games, something like that.
Yeah.
He's playing really well. Not exactly most improved player caliber just because of like the level of improvement we've had from other players, but he is averaging like 5 more points a game, a couple more rebounds and assists maybe. He's having a really good year, and this Hawks
Yeah.
are afloat because of him. So
He's a legit triple double threat every year, or
yeah,
every game. It's pretty insane. And he's like
yep,
53, 40 from three, 81%. That's pretty insane.
wow,
Like he's a all
yeah,
NBA caliber player. I just think it's hard to give him that jump because of Trey's
yeah,
absence. And
exactly,
Nikhil's taking a lot
yeah,
of the points as well.
true, yeah. Do you want me to give my disappointing player?
Go ahead. Yeah.
Zion Williamson.
Good
Um,
play.
Yeah, I'm not really sure where any of us had the Pelicans. Like I think we all had them winning around like 30 games or something, just because there's always injuries and they might be a trade mid-season. But Zion, like after losing all this weight and we got pretty hyped up over that, he's only averaging 22, 6, and 4. It feels like he's just a 22 point per game scorer the last couple of years. Career low shooting from the field and finishing, obviously like 51% from the field is actually like atrocious given what he was doing early in his career. I think losing a lot of that size actually worsened his play. And yeah, and then the Pelicans are fucking 3 and 19, and Zion has only played 10 games out of the 22, and he's gonna be out for another 3 weeks at least with an adductor strain. So it just seems like Zion's time on the Pelicans is coming to an end. It also feels like his like potential as a star in the NBA is like, yeah, it's deteriorating fast.
Yeah, I mean, it's really disappointing because that like third year in the NBA, he was averaging like 28 points a game.
70 at the rim or some shit, like something
70% at the rim. He was
crazy.
unstoppable.
Yeah.
And even when he was unhealthy these last couple of years, when he came up, he had like moments and flashes. He would be like that. I remember that Lakers playing game. He had
Lakers
40,
game and he got hurt.
and
Yep.
then he got hurt. But now it doesn't even seem like he's there. Like pretty much even close. Like his rim finishing numbers not great.
Yep.
Really reliant on that floater range shot instead of at the rim, which like he
Yeah.
used to be. Um,
Look a little midi too. He takes that a lot now, like
yeah,
the like
and
10 foot fading away middies.
he's not
Yeah.
getting as many rebounds as he used to as well. Like it feels like a lot of the high peaks of what Zion could be is not even showing up. Similarly, another guy from the 2019 draft, the number two pick, you got the number one pick. I have John
Yep.
Morant. Obviously hasn't been playing much. He's been hurt a lot, but also at the same time, when he has played, he's been pretty abysmal. It's like shooting splits are like 36%, 17% from three. Obviously still a good playmaker, but at the same time, he's just become a zero threat offensively. This offense is kind of like schemed more towards him, and it just hasn't been fruitful at
Mhm.
all. They've looked a lot
Yeah.
better recently when Ja hasn't been playing.
Yeah.
And they've been going bigger with like Zach Edey and Jaren Jackson Jr. kind of being more of the centerpieces of their offense. So
Yeah.
yeah, I just think it seems like Ja's time in Memphis is definitely leaning towards over, and his trade value is also at an all-time low. So I'm very disappointed. In like I've always thought like again, third year in the NBA, 2019, 2020, like or sorry, 21, 22, like he was exceptional. One of the like we talked about,
Really. The top 10
really,
player. I
really
thought he
good.
was definitely yeah, he was like top leading like 27 a game or something too. Like
It's nuts.
yeah, he looked really good. I was excited for him. These injuries have also just kind of fucked him over in off-season issue like off the court issues too. So
Yeah.
yeah. Um
And then
so yeah.
disappointing team. Did you have one?
Oh yeah. Disappointing team. I had the Cavs. Sahil
Fair.
couldn't be here for the pod, so I want to shout out the Cavs. Warriors just beat them yesterday with our with Pat Spencer leading the way. We were missing Steph, Jimmy, Draymond, Al Horford, DeAnthony Melton, Seth Curry. So yeah, missing like maybe like six out of our top eight guys, and we won. Yeah, Cavs are 14-11. Around this time last year, I saw a tweet they were 21-4.
Yeah.
So yeah, there were 7 games better than they were now. Evan Mobley hasn't taken a leap at all offensively. You kind of expected him to after last season. And then Darius Garland, he was hurt to start the year. He is playing terribly, shooting 35% from the field. Um, I don't know. He doesn't look like he's lost explosiveness or anything. He's just not making his shots. I don't know. Donovan
Dude,
Mitchell looks great. He could be the fucking Bugatti
yeah.
too, bro. Like he's looked really, really good.
They're
But
dealing with a lot of injuries for sure, but this team used to feel so much deeper. Like,
yeah,
obviously,
exactly. They're
last game they
playing
didn't
like
have,
hella G League guy. Like
yeah,
they're playing a lot.
Tomlin,
Like Tomlin,
Travers, Porter
Jalen
Jr.
Tyson's been really good.
He's
Like
been
Jalen
really
Tyson
good for
could
them.
be a
Yeah,
most improved candidate if anyone cared about him. But like
yeah,
he's been really good. But a
right.
lot of random guys. Max Strus, I don't know if he's even fucking like gonna play ever in his life again. Feels like he missed a ton of time last year. He's missing more time this year. They're definitely missing Ty Jerome. Lonzo
Hmm.
has not been good
Yep,
for them. So that's like a huge loss. Sam Merrill, I think, is hurt as well.
yep. He
Um,
has been hurt.
that's another huge loss for them. Like Sam Merrill was playing really, really well to start the year, shooting, yeah, 14. He is another like most improved candidate, honestly. Doubled his scoring output, shooting 47% from the field, 44 from three. He had a much bigger role. He had to fill the Ty Jerome role
Yeah,
offensively.
yeah,
So yeah, he's the guy they're missing. I'm sure like they're gonna progress. That's not really a real thing, but progress back to the mean once they get more healthy. But yeah, not looking great. DeAndre Hunter hasn't really. We were hoping to take a step up. It's kind of the same year he's been having like his entire career. Yeah, they literally identical numbers practically. He's shooting actually 31% from three, which is a huge thing. It feels like he couldn't make one. He missed all of his 3-point attempts yesterday.
yeah.
So yeah,
I mean, they shoot a lot of threes this year. They just haven't been making them. That's been a big
yeah,
problem for them. Like
yeah,
they're 23rd in 3-point, like they're first in 3-point attempts, 23rd in percentage this year. That's been a big problem for their offense. And then their offense just hasn't looked this good. Like they were dominant offensively this year. They're number 10. Again, not horrible, but
yeah.
they used to be number one by like the best team ever
Easily.
offensively.
No,
Yeah.
they were like a fucking machine, bro.
Yeah. And they
Yeah.
still have the passes. Like they pass the ball around. They just don't make the shots anymore. And it's
Yeah.
because it feels like a much more Donovan Mitchell slanted team. And the two big lineups just don't look like right anymore.
Good.
Like,
No, yeah. They got to I mean, Jared Allen didn't even play us. He's hurt.
yeah.
But yeah. Who's your disappointing team?
I had the Clippers. I had
Oh,
them
for
as my
sure.
3 seed in the West.
Wow.
I was really high on this team. Obviously, last year they were second half of the year the best, one of the best teams in the NBA. You know, took the Nuggets to 7 in a disappointing game 7, but they had their moments like to win that series as well, and definitely could have played a Thunder a good team. But obviously you lose Bradley Beal. That Norm Powell trade looks terrible now for John Collins, who has been fine, but again, not anything great. They just look super old. They don't look like they're really being coached at all, which is like this is what Ty Lue I thought does, like, gets the most out of like mediocre rosters, but
Yes.
hasn't looked great. Um, and it feels like there's just not a lot of energy in this roster at all, which is really disappointing. Um, yeah, I just was super high on this team coming into the year. And obviously, as a Thunder fan, it's not a bad thing that they suck, because we get their pick, of course.
Yeah.
But it's just like, it sucks that there's another bad team out there. And it just seems like the West, I thought, would be a little more
It's
competitive than it
filled with
is.
bad teams. No, yeah.
Yeah.
I agree.
And that's a big part of it.
Yeah. Okay, let's continue to the dynasty starts after you. I have 3 players on this list.
Okay.
Should I give all mine right
Go
now?
for it. Yeah.
Okay. I have 2 real ones and one funny one. I have Julius Randle first. I just
Mm,
think the Timberwolves have been fine. They're 15-8. But they just don't impress me. Like they don't again, second round as their like conference finals their peak.
yeah.
They're not gonna beat the Thunder. And I think Julius Randle, he's been good.
He's been
That's the thing. Like
great.
he's
Yeah.
been good. Very good, in fact.
Yeah.
Yes. But him and Rudy, like I mean, Rudy Gobert also is just irrelevant now. But I feel like next to Ant, you need another like top 10, top 15 talent if the Wolves actually want to make some noise in such a competitive West, especially with Wemby and the Thunder looming for the
Yeah.
next like 10 years. So yeah, I think once they get rid of Randall and like maybe even go into a year of mediocrity like with just Ant and then figure out some way to package some pieces. But I don't think this is the right way to go about things. And I think we felt this way from before. Like the Karl-Anthony Towns for Randall trade felt like a lateral move. Like who knows? Maybe they couldn't even have made the conference finals last year. If the Steph was healthy, we don't know. But I think all of us agree that this team is not championship ever going to be a championship contender. If first of all, like they're locked into these salaries of Gobert and Randall. So yeah, that's what I call him a dynasty after you player. I also added Trae Young to this list because it seems like the Hawks might actually be better without him. They looked pretty bad when he played. Now you have Nikhil as their point guard. They don't really have many defensive weaknesses. And it seems like the playmaking responsibilities have gone to Jalen Johnson and Nikhil, and they've been handling it quite well. So
Yeah.
maybe going after a guy like Giannis or just continuing this and seeing what happens and getting some value out of Trae Young right now could help them win more in the future. I'm into my last one was LeBron. Just because this is a joke to
Yeah.
poke fun at LeBron, but he's been terrible this year. Poor guy. I mean, he has arthritis in his
And
foot, and then
sciatica. Jesus
sciatica.
Christ.
He's still dealing with it. Like it's like
Yeah.
obviously like in my opinion, second greatest player of all time. All respect to him, but the Lakers really didn't need. He's not really adding much to that team right
Yeah.
now. So once they leave and they have more like salary flexibility, they'll probably get another option next to Austin Reeves and Luca. Yeah,
Yeah, I would say for the Timberwolves, I don't think their problem is really Cat or sorry, not Cat,
Randall,
Julius or Rudy. I feel like their problem is their
point
bench. It's
guard.
been pretty
Oh,
abysmal.
yeah.
Like pretty much any team, any of their lineups with any of their players in the bench has just been abysmal.
Yeah.
Their starting lineup's really good. Their top 10 offense, but with Gobert not on the floor, their defense falls to pretty much last. With Randall not on the floor, their offense is pretty rough. Like Nas Reed's on off is like a minus 15.
Jeez.
Mike Conley's like a minus 18. Like their bench lineups are pretty atrocious. They
Yeah.
don't have a point guard, like you said. So there's
Yeah.
things to figure out. I don't think it's especially Randall's fault. I just think he's had a great year. So I'm not gonna go there yet. But
Yeah.
I do think I don't think this team can, reach their peak. So I feel like the only avenue out of there is probably a Gobert or a Randall trade. So I get
Mhm.
where you're coming from there. I also have Trae Young on my list. Like I have a couple players. Um, just because like I'm really impressed with the Hawks. I think they have the recipe for success. And I think with this Pelicans pick upcoming, even if they don't trade it, if they can get like a top 3 pick and get like Darren Peterson or AJ Demancin, like it's
Oh
a
yeah, the Hawks are in
scary
a good
team.
position right
They're
now,
a
dude.
really
Wow.
good
Yeah.
position with this pick, man. Like that's one of the worst trades of the offseason. And they can make the most out of it by getting like a guy like the Pelicans are 3-21 right now, dude. They just lost to the Nets.
Three and
They are the
21, three and
worst.
19. Did I misread that?
No, the 3-21, the Pelicans, the
Shit.
Wizards are 3-19. They are the
Oh
worst
my.
team in the league. They have the best odds for a top five, top
Wow.
four pick.
Dude, that's
So
crazy.
if you are the Hawks, like maybe you don't go all in for a trade because you can get like a guy like if you can get Darren Peterson on this team, trade
Oh
Trae Young,
man. Yes.
terrifying roster,
Fuck. Good
like
for them. Yeah.
really good roster.
That'd be
So
sick.
I also have Trae Young there. And then I also have another guy, Jeremy Sohan. Uh, I think the Spurs have
Interesting.
I always thought like he was a big part of their future. And then now he just kind of sucks. Whenever he's on the floor, they're a much worse team than when
Yeah.
he's there. He doesn't really fit with Wemby in any sorts. I don't know what his role in
But
the
the
NBA
dynasty
is.
after you, like he's not relevant enough for you to
I
say that.
I think last year and the year before he was like
Okay.
where he was like a solid
The point
starter.
guard. Oh, okay. Yeah, sure,
Yeah,
sure, sure. They
like
wanted him to play
not
point
this
guard
year
more
though.
than
That's fair. But I'm kind of saying in the sense like the dynasty's already starting without him.
yeah.
And if you get rid of him, like for like he could be a trade piece for like a Giannis trade or like one of those bigger trades. Like that's when
Yeah.
that dynasty will really start for
Sure.
the Spurs.
Yeah. Okay. That's fair. That's an interesting. Yeah, I didn't think of I didn't really think of Sohan at all, but it's valid, I
I was trying
guess.
to think of a Spur to be honest, and he was kind of the guy.
Okay.
Like I didn't
Not
I don't want to
De'Aaron
get
Fox.
De'Aaron
It's too
because they've
much.
been good
Yeah. They
without
have.
Wemby, right? So
Yeah.
I just
Yeah.
didn't want to.
Yeah.
It didn't make sense to take him as the guy.
Yeah, that's fair, man. Let's go to the Derrick White Award. So the Derrick White Award, obviously we named this after the Derrick White trade that happened in the 21-22 season where the Celtics had a pretty, I think their 500 record halfway
Hmm.
through the season. Traded for Derrick White, traded like a second rounder or something, like nothing basically for Derrick White from the Spurs. And the rest is history. Derrick White made an impact immediately. Celtics made the finals. Next year they made the conference finals. Next year they won the finals. So Derrick White Award for a player like a very, very good role player on a middling team or on a like average to bad team that can take a middling team instantly into contention. What do you have for me, Sai?
Uh, I feel like instantly into contention's hard because I don't know if
Yeah.
there's a specific player. But a guy I like, I think could really be an impact starter from a mediocre team. I got Ayo Dosunmu from the Bulls.
Okay.
He's a really good 3 and D player. He's shooting like 50% from three, so I don't know how sustainable it is right now.
Yeah.
But a super like he can create his own on ball. He's a super like he's 6'5" guard, can really guard every like 1 through 3 pretty
Yeah.
effectively. And I just think he's one of those guys who gives me Derrick White vibes, where
Yeah.
he is a great shooter, can play great defense, and is pretty versatile. So that's why I had
Fair.
I
Yeah, I wasn't exactly thinking of someone who plays like Derek White
right.
in when I was thinking, but like someone who has the same impact. I just thought Trey Murphy was like an easy guy.
Okay. Yeah.
Trey Murphy's averaging like 24, 6 and 4, elite athlete, and an elite like very, very good shooter. His shooting has fallen off a little bit, but if he has this, I'm thinking of the Warriors, obviously, but if he has spacing around him, and is not like a top three option on a team, he can make a huge difference. So yeah, and I think he's picked it up lately, even though the Pelicans do suck.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think he can easily I think him on the Warriors takes us into contention. I think him on any like the Lakers would be huge. Yeah, he provides something on both ends. So Trey Murphy.
Yeah, the thing with Trey Murphy, I thought he was like too good.
Yeah,
Because
that's
Derek
what I
White, I
real
was looking at his stats before.
yeah,
It was
he
like
averaged like
averaging around
14 or
13.
15.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
13, 14.
Maybe Trey Murphy is too good, but
But I get that. I definitely think he's one of those players like
yeah,
who will get
for
traded at
sure.
this point and can make a team. Like if the Cavs go after him, like you said, or
Oh, Cavs would
um
be great. Yeah.
like
Wow.
a team like who else could who what teams could you see Trey go into?
That could make them like instant contenders.
Yeah,
Yeah. Warriors are obviously what sparked this. I
right.
think he would be amazing next to Steph and Jimmy.
Yeah.
Lakers, Cavs,
I've seen
um,
Spurs as well. Like that's a
Spurs would
great.
be great.
Yeah.
Yeah, Spurs. Even like I mean, Wolves off the bench would be amazing. Can you
Hmm.
imagine him off the bench next to Nas Reed? And then let's see. I'm trying to look at the NBA standing and see what else would. Dude, like this is the thing about Derek White, Trey Murphy, Io. Like they could fit into any of these teams and like
Right.
make them
Yeah.
like Pistons. Can you imagine? I mean, they're already contenders, but him on the Pistons would be fucking scary. Replacing Tobias Harris,
Yeah.
my God. And then Heat, even Sixers. Like, you could read Magic. Like, come on. That's the
No.
thing. They're so easily slotted into any of these teams because they really don't have that many weaknesses in their games.
Right.
So yeah, any of these teams, I would say. So yeah. You want to move on to fakest start?
Let's do it. Are
I
you
want
doing
to hear
team?
yours. Yeah, give me yours.
Reading team or player?
I only did team.
Mine's I don't think this is gonna happen, but I have the Lakers. They I think have
I like
been
it.
a team that's won a lot of games against below 500 teams.
Mm.
Their net rating is the lowest of any of the West playoff or play-in teams, I think even.
Oh, good.
They're
Really? They have a worse than us? That's awesome.
let me
Who's
see
it?
if I check their net rating. They are oh sorry, 14th. So they are better than you guys slightly. So I think it's playoff
Okay.
teams, top eight.
Okay.
But it's
We're in
pretty
the
terrible. Like
playoffs. Okay, whatever. Yeah.
my bad.
Great.
Okay, second worst, I guess, to the Warriors.
Oh, great. Okay.
But yeah, they're just like they aren't winning these games by a lot. Obviously, they've managed to surprise like teams, but this is a thing that happened last year as well, where they had a great record. They were the 3 seed, but had a low net rating, wasn't a great offense or defense, and obviously the Luka trade, you could see things kind of maybe things would go better, but they didn't. Like they lost in five to the Wolves in the first
Yeah,
round. I feel like a similar thing is going to happen to
I
this team.
agree.
Like they'll have a top 4 seed, and the fakes, maybe not fake start, but like they could just have a fake regular season. Like I just don't think this team is very good at all.
And they don't have LeBron anymore. Like they don't have
Yeah,
LeBron. You know what I mean?
exactly.
And
Yeah.
their
I mean, Reeves is
their
great, but
defense
I
looks like
think
shit, bro.
I
Their
think you can
defense is
stop
so
Reeves.
bad. Oh
Right.
yeah, 100%. Their defense is terrible. They
Yeah.
allowed the Clippers to score like 140 on. That's fucking crazy. How do
Yeah.
you let that happen? They're so bad. They just rely so heavily on Luca to score Austin Reeves to score efficiently, and they get to the line
Offense is
so
number
much.
6. Defense is number 21. Like that's not
Yeah,
a
that's
playoff caliber defense.
nope. My biggest start home reward is the Warriors. I think we're better than our record shows. I think we're better
Oh,
than
in a
11
positive way.
11.
Yeah.
I think we had a lot of really stupid losses. And I think once Steph comes back, we also had a weirdly difficult like scheduling, not
Right.
like team specifically, but just like the back-to-backs was very odd. We had to rest guys a lot. We have D'Anthony Melton back. It feels like we're somewhat getting like a real bench unit going, and then it feels like we're probably going to trade Kuminga for a good piece. I'm very high on us. I still think that we are like I think we're better than the Lakers. I know that's crazy given the Lakers are the 2 seed, but
Hmm.
I think, and again, we're not. It's still early, somewhat early in the season. We're like 12-12. Um, we're like technically only like 5 games back of the 2 seed or something like that. 4.5 games back of the 2 seed or 5 games back. So it's definitely not out of the realm of possibilities to get that top seed. Not that it's gonna happen, but I think in the playoffs, like we're as part of an out as any of the teams outside of the Thunder. So I'm still
Yeah.
holding out hope for us, and yeah, yeah,
If you look at like the SRS, which is like the simple rating system that BUR reference
yeah.
has, like the Lakers are sorry, I just want they were 7 and they're right next to you guys was the Warriors. So it's like that's why I feel like they're closer to that caliber team than they are the 2 seed, which is crazy.
Yeah.
And
And
I
this is
agree,
like
the
given the
Warriors, I
Warriors have probably
think,
played their worst basketball so far.
yeah.
Like yeah.
I do think the
So
offense is a real concern for you guys though. Like especially I
yeah,
thought Kaminga started off the year pretty good, and that's
yeah, he
where
did.
like it was
He's
you had a
reverted
real
back to his
third
old thing.
option, and then yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. He's been injured,
But
Steph's been injured.
yeah.
But
Yeah, the
some guys are
offense looks
showing up.
what
Pat Spencer, Will Richard, like there are
yeah.
Quinn Post had some good games lately. Like,
GP has also been pretty good. And then Seth
yeah,
Curry and D'Anthony Melton are real pieces that
exactly.
can help
Yeah,
us a lot. I'm
right.
really excited to see today. Draymond's not going to play. Al Horford's not going to play, but Jimmy, D'Anthony Melton, and Seth Curry are all going to play against the Bulls. Like,
Hmm.
not a great opponent, but like it'll be interesting to see how they look with
Yeah,
Pat Spencer starting, I'm assuming. So, yeah. Yeah. Let's round it out with our best offseason move. Sai, how about you go first?
yeah. I have Nikhil Alexander Walker is going to the
Nice.
Hawks. Pretty great contract too. I think it was only like 17 million a year, and he's
Yeah,
been a 20 point per game scorer. Like
he's
that's
been so
as good
good,
a
dude.
outcome as you can ask for. He's a legitimate like foundation piece for them, I think.
Yeah,
Um, yeah, like if they keep with this team, I think they're still a great team. And then going into the offseason with that pick, they have trade assets. Like this could be a very good team. And I think um, defensively, if they go for that identity, I think that's kind of where you go. And Trae Young doesn't really fit that, in my opinion.
absolutely. I agree. Okay. I have a couple things. So let's
Mhm.
start off with like the normal pick. I have the Suns. The return they got for Katie actually doesn't seem that bad given how good Dylan Brooks has been. And
Yeah.
the way they rounded out their team, I mean, we kind of questioned it. They got a few like just a lot of like greedy guys to put
Mhm.
next to Booker. And it's working so far. Again, easy schedule, but I like that they're better they're better than they were last year with Katie.
Yeah.
So working out pretty well for
I
them.
wish I could see more out of Malawach. He hasn't played at
Me
all.
too. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I just see him clapping on the bench constantly.
Yeah.
Um,
Seems like a nice guy.
yeah. Yeah. Okay. But I also want to just talk about the Raptors, given they didn't really do much, but
Okay.
I'm glad they kept it together and
Mm.
like gave it a shot. That's why like I think a lot of people like thought they were a joke. They're like, what the fuck are the Raptors doing? Why is Ingram even on the team? I know that was February, but they kept him obviously. Quickly, again, very disappointing year last year.
He's still
Um,
pretty bad.
yeah, he's not great. But I think them keeping it together and then their bench is pretty good. Calling
Yeah,
Larry
the bench is
Boyles.
really
I
good.
like Jamal Sheed, obviously, is great. Grady Dick, good. Mamoukiashvili is
Mm,
awesome.
that might
He
be
is
that's a good pick
awesome,
for if you're
bro.
going for that like
Yeah.
isolated offseason.
Hell yeah,
Like he's been
Mamu.
great.
Yeah, he's been very good for him. So the team just looks really good. I think they could be a tough out for a first round, maybe even second round. I mean, if they're
Yeah,
a 3 seed, like maybe they'll win the first round. So yeah, I like the Raptors and that's all we have. Yeah.
great. I think
Awesome,
that's all
man.
our awards, right?
Yep, that's all we have. So, yeah, thanks so much for listening to Change of Pace podcast. We'll be at you soon again, hopefully this week recording. And yeah, if you want to follow us on socials, give us a follow on TikTok, Spotify, Instagram, YouTube, all of the above. At Change of Pace podcast, email us to changeofpacepod@gmail.com, and we'll catch you guys next time. Thank you.